Welcome to a new edition of the Still Driven Happy Hour. This is our NBA preview show. I like to shock guys with these videos, so that's what we're doing right now. He's a little, I wish you could see his face like I can, but here it comes in just a minute. There we go. You like that, Hayes?
How much time did you just spend on this intro?
It was pretty easy, actually. Probably 15 minutes. That's about maximum that I could spend. So
I am so in shock right now. What are you? Who are you?
Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful cover photo right there?
I feel like I would be Barkley, though.
That's
Or
fair.
you think I'm Shaq?
No, you would definitely be more of a Barkley. Your face kind of fits Shaq's better, though. Not
Thanks.
to say that you got a fat
I
face.
really appreciate that. Huge compliment. This is amazing. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
You're the
anyways,
long
welcome
run award.
into the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. We've got some NBA questions mixed in, and then some non-NBA news. A lot of different news today, I think. I think today's going to be a fun episode.
Yeah, we have a lot to cover. I feel like
Yeah.
it's been an eventful week. So first of all, follow us on the Instagram.
Yep.
And did you log into the Twitter today?
Yeah, I think from my
I got a notification that
from my iPad I did. Yeah.
Wow. So follow us on Twitter at Still Drippin' TN. Website coming soon, or charging back up. Merch coming soon. Shut up. I hated you on that post you just did a minute ago. Eat crap. Die slow. And you can be anywhere in the world, and you're here with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
If you don't know what Hayes is referring to, you can go look at our Instagram and see the merch post, and then listen back to every episode that we have so far, and you'll get the picture.
Yep. So. Tell your grandma, start another account. Okay. How old were you in 1998?
I was 4 years old.
Okay. So safe it to say this was the biggest UT win of your lifetime. I don't think that's exaggerating.
That I can remember. Fair? Yep.
So Mason, UT grad, talk us through how you felt during the game, afterward. Like, what was that like? Just walk us through it.
Sure, it's not too much different from another UT fan. A lot of emotions. It was a roller coaster, like most people would say. I will say, so if you're a new listener, I have a son that's almost 2 years old. He'll be 2, actually a month from yesterday. So that made it difficult for me because I am very emotionally invested. I don't love college football outside of the Vols, so I really that's all I watch is just Tennessee. I'm a Tennessee fan. I'm not a huge college football fan. But boy, I hate Alabama. I was 12 last time we beat Alabama, so I don't remember that incredibly well. I mean, I remember it somewhat, but yeah, it's been a long time. So as I was saying, I have a son who's almost 2, so he is very aware of what Dad does and his reactions. And so I don't know if you watched the game, but
I didn't. I haven't watched a football game in 4 or 5 years.
So we're tied 42 all. I think that's tied 42 all. We drop a snap, or we try to hand the ball off, drop it, and they pick it up, score a touchdown. So we're down 7 after we've been in the game kind of ahead most of the game. So we go down. I don't even know, maybe 6 minutes left when that happens. Not over yet, so I'm keeping it cool, but it's kind of like, okay, here we come.
Here we go again.
Yeah, yep. Here's the Vols. Well, the real Vols, please stand up. There we go. I didn't react terrible at that moment. Then we get the ball back, go down the field, throw an interception. During that interception, I'm wearing this same hat that I have on now. I grab my hat and just chuck it down the hallway. and don't really say anything. I know I messed up because he's watching me, and just walk out. I come sit in this chair that I'm in right now. No TV's in here. And I just cool off for about 5 minutes. Get on Twitter, just trying to decide, okay, do I go in there? I don't know what's
Man,
happened.
I've
I
done this
start
so many
seeing
times.
some tweets, like some good tweets from Vols fans. And so I'm like, okay, something good must have happened. Find out that on that interception that I threw my hat, there was a penalty. So they didn't get an interception. And then when I walked back in the room, we were scoring a touchdown. So still wasn't happy. Still felt like, we're not going to win this game because of that. I was wrong, thankfully. And then, the rest is history. Alabama misses a field goal. We get the ball back, 15 seconds left. And I was surprised that I didn't cry.
I was going to ask if there was tears.
Yeah, there was not tears in the Lee household. We were close. I cry. I'm a crier, and but yeah, not for. It was an overwhelming joy. I'll say that. So yeah, it was great. Then we went
Wow,
outside
what a roller
and played in the
coaster.
driveway after that
So,
4.5-hour game.
did you fire up a cigar like the rest of the UT fans?
I've still never smoking a cigar. That would have been my first. That should have been my first. But I gotta say I felt like I would have jinxed it. I only texted one person before the end of the game. Some other people started texting me before the game was over, but I just felt like I texted them back. But like usually Riley and I are texting the entire game, or most games we'll text like back and forth sometimes. I just couldn't send a text. I was afraid I was going to jinx something.
Mm-hmm.
It was more nerve-wracking. Like I could not enjoy what a great game it was, which kind of stinks because
Yeah.
it was a good game. But
That's how I feel every Duke and North Carolina game. It's not even fun.
right, exactly. Yeah, it would be fun to watch the replay, but yeah, it was fun. It's fun in the first half if we're not getting killed. That's fun. And then it's like after we got up by 3 scores, it was like, okay, now I'm just terrified. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
I this isn't fun anymore. We're winning and I should be happy, but I'm just terrified. So
I think
that's kind
if
of how
I'm
the rest of the
you,
season will be probably for me.
I was going to say what's even more terrifying is now there's expectation.
Right.
We
And
immediately go from 0 to
oh yeah.
100, right?
And I'm not scared about Georgia. I'm scared about we have tickets to the Kentucky game the week before Georgia.
Mm.
And they're a good football team, and I don't think I hope I can enjoy that game.
Mm.
It's a night game, so we'll be able to tailgate all day, be out there. So that's good. Just hope that I can enjoy it.
Well,
The Vols don't
that's amazing.
do
It
something
was
the
too
Vols
big of a
normally
deal
do.
for us not to lead the podcast with that for you.
Yeah.
I get it.
A very, very big moment for me and my fandom. So
The 2017 championship game was the closest I've ever gotten to crying over a sporting event. That was the closest.
So yeah, that I felt some emotion for sure.
Mhm.
Some tears welling up, but didn't cry. I think the closest I was to crying at a sporting event was probably when the Cubs won the World Series.
Oh, that's
That
fair.
was and I don't remember if I did cry or not, but I was close for sure.
That's a fair one. 100 and whatever years. All right, let's get on to it.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Do you want to jump inside the box and then go NBA, or should we kick off with the NBA questions?
I don't care.
You
did make a big deal about this being an NBA preview, sneaker preview. So let's do that first.
All right, let's do that first then. Yeah, I got a lot of questions here. I don't. Let's preface this by we are not NBA experts. Not that any NBA show that you have, they're going to make predictions and they're going to be wrong. So I guess we are experts in that sense because we're really good at being wrong. However,
I'm pretty knowledgeable in the NBA, and I think you are too.
I think we're knowledgeable. I think these questions too, if you're not an NBA fan, they should not bore you. It's not gonna be X's and O's about basketball or
It's
players, and
fashion.
it's fashion and
It's our
fun.
topic. It's in
This
our
is
ball. Yeah, it's in
yeah.
our wheelhouse.
If we had crazier questions, maybe even better. Maybe we'll have a few just
Yeah.
popping up.
It's
But
way less of the crap of the past where Mason would be like, "Hey, where did Cade Cunningham go to college?" Like that's kind of boring radio.
yeah, it's
It
fun
just
for
is.
us. It's our
Yeah,
therapy, but it's not
it's
fun for anybody else.
correct.
So,
Let's do it
all right,
though. You
let's
planned
kick
this
off
out
with
so
a good
well.
one. Got a bevy of questions here, but let's go with this one. The newest NBA fashion trends. So we've gone tight pants in the past. We've gone funky ducks, the little hoverboard things that you ride in on. What is your new trend that's going to take over the NBA this season? Go as crazy as you want.
I feel like what really took over last year was um the stand two things. Standing all game. That has become a thing. The Grizzlies, I believe, is the one that started it, and they stand pretty much the whole game. Um, I don't know when they started it last year, but that's a thing now. I bet we see a lot more of that. From a fashion standpoint, the leggings, man, have taken over. It feels like every single team, it's almost part of what they think about um, accessorizing it with. So my reference point is the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies oftentimes will wear these mustard colored leggings and arm sleeves, and man, that's just blown up. I feel like that's the thing. I feel like what's probably the next, this is a cycle. Everything is back and forth. We're due for headbands to come back.
Headbands. Okay.
We're
What do you
due.
think?
It's
What do you
due.
think about? I wish I had this photo in my slides, but what do you think about? We've gone through the really short pants or short shorts are back
Mm-hmm.
again. What if we get those TJ Ford shorts coming back?
Be horrible. That would be horrible.
Those are huge.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
The
What?
safety is in the middle. Like I don't like the super short, and I don't like the
Yeah,
super
yeah.
the middle. I'm trying to think of who's a good middle.
I think bigger shorts will come back. It won't be TJ Ford, but
Yeah,
I think we'll be getting back to bigger
normal.
shorts. I mean, look at this is crazy to think about through. I mean, I guess Jordan had it too from the really tight shorts to the long shorts. But LeBron has gone from the super long shorts to the tiny shorts.
Yeah,
And it's kind of
chubbies. He's
weird.
wearing chubbies
He's wearing
basically.
chubbies. He's got some thunder thighs. I mean, not thunder thighs, but you know what I'm saying. He's got some pretty hefty
Yeah.
legs down there. So here, let's add Dan into the mix here, man.
Dan, Dan,
Danny,
Dan, 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 Dan,
Boys,
Dan, Dan,
boys,
Dan, Dan.
boys.
our question is: Hayes went on court. You can go off court if you want. What is going to be the newest NBA fashion trend in the tunnel before games this year? What you got?
Wear a trash bag and call it fashion. I think that's just going to be the
Wear a
newest
trash
thing.
bag.
Okay. I
I
could
mean,
actually. That's not like that crazy if you've seen Russell Westbrook and Dwayne Wade and all these people. I mean, I could see that.
what did Hayes say?
Hayes said
I went
the
more of fashion side of
Mm.
well, number one was the standing during games like the Grizzlies do. I feel like that's going to take over. Carolina, go Heels. Yes, sir.
I do get hate from Hayes for wearing a UNC sweatshirt though, so I don't know. It's kind of like Michael Scott from The Office. Snip snap, snip snap. I don't know if I should like thank Hayes for thanking me for wearing this or what.
Well, at this point, I don't care anymore. So congratulations.
Phew.
Welcome to the good guys.
What a relief.
The other thing was I said leggings as an accessory has just gotten really crazy, and I feel like that's just going to go to a different level.
Mm. You think that hasn't? You think that has not reached its peak yet?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't.
Maybe I'm just watching too many like hoop U's or like I don't know something on YouTube. I feel like that has gone way out of control.
Dude, that's a
Oh,
good
man.
question, Dan. You made me think of a good question. Does it seems like in just the past 5 years, it has changed from the NBA used to be the standard,
To
and
the
now it's
MB gay.
now it starts in
Wow.
AAU. We can't edit this, Dan. We're live.
Wow.
Now it starts in the AAU, and I feel like the fashion starts there and then goes to the NBA.
We can't edit this.
I mean, we could, but we don't. We just put it straight up on YouTube.
Okay, shoot, what a relief.
I don't feel that way. I feel like it's all trickled down from the NBA.
You think it's
just like
trickle?
I think that's where everything starts. It's just
Well,
like the NFL.
I say
Anything
that
starts.
because
It's
it.
a copycat. It's a copycat.
I don't know that I don't know that I agree with you, Hayes. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie. I think
I think
more
it's
than
because of
anything, it's a
TikTok.
copycat from college.
Maybe.
I don't know that it's straight from the NBA, at least in this scenario. I don't know.
Yeah, you got all these people, these kids with millions of people that follow them, and they've got all this influence now. And that's where the short shorts started. I thought. I mean, nobody in the NBA was wearing them, and then these kids that like what's Jay Gupp? Is that was his Instagram name, right? Plays for the Rockets, maybe.
Jay Butt.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, that's our first question. I got one. I think we'll all like this one. We'll get into some sneakers. Who has the most improved signature sneaker this year?
LeBron.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't
LeBron.
think there's.
Easy.
It's the
LeBron
best
easy.
one, and it probably was the worst one last year, or close
Yep.
to it. So,
Yep.
yeah, I think
I
that's
think
safe to
everybody else took a step back.
From death
Probably.
to life. LeBron.
It's funny because remember when we first saw pictures of the Zion, we all kind of liked it, and now as more models have come out,
say. Yeah, they're
Mm.
not a good look.
it's not good.
Still better than the 36, but
That's fair. 37.
37. Yeah.
Did you?
who
Hey,
else
did
would
you
be
see?
good? I mean,
Hey, real
Trae
quick.
Young.
Speaking of, because it's related, did you see your boy Grant Williams in the last preseason game blow out his 37?
No, I didn't.
He's Zion Williamson.
He
Just came
Zioned
out
it.
of that plants shoot. Foot goes outside, like shoots out the shoe.
Zion.
Nice. Not a good cosign.
Hey, you know what?
37.
Yeah, for real. But shout out to Grant Williams. Tonight, he went 5 for 5 from field goals and 3 for 3 from downtown.
Boom.
15 points.
Solid.
G Will.
Solid. Best Tennessee or UNC player in the NBA.
Mm.
That's UNC's had a tough run here the last 10 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Justin Jackson is a friend. He's back in the NBA. He's back with the Celtics.
I
He
thought
didn't
you were
play
going to
tonight.
say he's the best UNC player in the NBA.
No, he's not.
Who would you take? Who would you put against one-on-one against Grant Williams?
Harrison Barnes.
Oh, that's a good one. I was going to say Kobe White.
Y'all know
He
way more about NBA than
manhandle.
I do.
He can handle. Anyway, let's go.
All right. Next question. We know who the sneaker king is. PJ Tucker. Until he retires, he's got the crown. Who's the sneaker prince?
Man, I've been trying to wrap my head around who would even remotely get close.
It's
after
hard.
You sent that.
I want to say it's LeBron from the sense that not that, like, he just has all access. Like, Nike probably just sends him shipments of, like, all right, here's 10 pairs of Off-Whites. They're coming out next week, but, like, here you go.
It's a really good point you bring that up because that was one of my first answers, and it's not a likely answer that you would have, but his would be more from the tunnel outfit side. I mean, obviously in game he's only wearing LeBrons or Soldiers or whatever.
But even
yeah,
I just feel like
there's nobody else that does it.
Yeah, I just feel like LeBron too is never just like it's never about the shoes that he's wearing. It's just that he happens to be wearing them, and it's all
That's
like,
true.
I don't know, like PJ Tucker. It's like it's about the shoes.
Yeah,
Like it's
right.
about the
That's
game
fair.
too, but it's about the shoes. LeBron though, he's probably up there. He probably has like 6 rooms in his 40-bedroom house that are just dedicated to shoes.
Yeah,
That's probably true.
I think it'd be John Wall for me.
I was going to say DeRozan would be way up there too.
Yeah, DeRozan's good.
Yeah, that is a good one.
But I can't think of anybody else. I mean, John Wall, he came out with Media Day. He had that picture with the Hirachis and all the Kobe PEs, and so he's known to wear Jordans retros during games. So for me, that's probably the only one I can think of.
We need somebody to step up and claim the second spot.
Hey, maybe Ja. Ja might be on his way.
Well, I heard
hope so.
He's supposed to get his signature sneaker. So
hey, that's what I'll be hearing.
Yep.
As soon as those things go on sale, puppy, I'm buying them all up.
Oh, Dan, I wanted before this next question, I wanted to flash this graphic that I did for us. You get to be Charles Barkley.
I appreciate that. That's yep. Thank you. That is an honor.
But see, I feel like Dan would be Kenny. Kenny.
No, yeah, you're right. Landon should be Shaq.
Yeah, Landon should be Shaq, and I should be Barkley.
Yeah, you're definitely right. And let me switch it
Speaking
around.
Speaking of Shaquille, Mr. O'Neal, I've been, for some reason, YouTube and Instagram are targeting me now with just clips of Shaq, and I think he's an all-time good dude. Like, I think he's just like all-time like good dad, just like quality human being. A+ to Shaq.
Have you ever heard him talk about the mistakes of his past? It's super transparent and honest about he cheated on his wife like a lot, and he's said that he ruined his marriage, and he's sorry, and he has a lot of regret about that. I appreciate people like that. That own it.
Yep. I need to look into more Shaquille.
Yep. As a person, I think he is great. I know I've said it plenty of times. I don't think he should be on Inside the NBA, but just doesn't watch basketball. It's very apparent. All right, next one.
It's kind of like, hey, listen, I heard this week on an interview. Speaking of, it's kind of like, did you know Mike Tyson doesn't even think about boxing, nor does he even ever think about his boxing career? Maybe
I read his
more
book.
Shaq.
Man, his book is crazy. Mike Tyson's book.
He's crazy.
I don't even know if I'd recommend it. It's dark. It is dark. I'm telling you, like
cocaine and jail and
oh my gosh, the amount of drugs, the amount of sex and everything. Like, holy moly, that dude. I don't know how he was knocking people out for as long as he was. Like, and not just in the ring. Like, he was on the street knocking people out. God, good gosh, man.
Scariest man alive.
All right, next question. Best NBA jersey from this year. I got a little help for you if you need it.
This is
I thought about this beforehand.
All right, what you got?
It's easy. I think I'm going to start with the worst. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, let me switch it for you. Worst NBA jersey.
I feel like Cleveland is the worst, and it's not close.
What?
Cleveland is hideous, man. It's not a good.
Are you talking about their whole collection?
Yeah, the whole collection as a whole. It's not good. The colors, it's bland. Indiana's trash. There's another.
I don't think either of those are that bad.
Really. Yeah. And then there was another one.
The Jazz are bad.
That's what I was gonna say.
The Jazz
is horrible.
See, I like the Jazz. I don't like OKC. That was the other one.
OKC looks like you got those from
Walmart.
Yeah, or like a gas station.
They are sponsored by And One.
I feel like Blazers, like those aren't bad. Knicks, it looks like they didn't even touch those jerseys. Grizzlies. Probably about the same. Golden State about the same. Bulls about the same. Charlotte about the same.
I think Utah's the worst.
Is Charlotte proposing the all gray jersey with no name or anything, and we're gray people walking around?
I think that's just a place marker for where they don't have a city edition yet. They haven't revealed it.
So go back to best. Charlotte has always been one of my favorites. Way up there.
Yeah,
Love it.
I think we've gone way too minimalist with these Jazz jerseys. I think the Timberwolves, especially that newest jersey, the one on the far right, what is that? That's garbage. That
Yeah,
is a
that's
terrible
absolute
jersey.
trash.
Yeah,
That
that
somebody
looks
made that
like
in paint.
The Pelicans, I don't like theirs either.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like the Pelicans, and I don't like that Heat jersey that looks like a suicide or a ransom letter, like
Oh
all the
yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
fonts and
That is
stuff.
odd.
Yeah, I don't like
You
that
know,
one.
it's really difficult to beat the Bulls. It's
That's what I
really
from
tough.
all the jerseys. If you're looking at the whole collection, I think best would be those three in the top right, far right
Yep, I
side.
agree. That's
The
the top
Grizzlies, the
three.
Warriors, and the Bulls have the best combinations to me.
the Grizz ones are
I don't
dope.
think it's close.
Oh yeah, and the Grizz, hometown.
I do like that Rockets, the pinstripe throwback.
Yeah, that
I
one's
think
cool.
that one's cool.
I
But
like the Bucks purple throwback here.
yeah, yeah, I don't mind that one. I like the Suns throwback. Really, I don't like the Knicks black jersey either.
No, I don't
All right,
either.
so we're saying the worst are the
Bulls.
Cavs and the Jazz. The best are the Bulls, Warriors, and Grizzlies. I think that's what we've
And Hornets. Hornets and Grizzlies.
Hornets. Yep. All right,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
down with
quick.
that.
So
All right, Dan. I know you said you don't watch too much basketball. With this next one, we're gonna see who's. I think you got a pretty easy one. It's the hometown team, probably. Who's the team to watch this year?
Easy. Grizz, big time Grizz.
Big time Grizz.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's hard to bet against anything John Morant does. If he's on the court, I mean,
It's just fun
they're
to
probably
watch.
the number one team to watch.
It's fun to watch,
Yeah.
and that is what the NBA needs: is people that are fun to watch during the regular season.
Hayes,
Yep.
which team you got?
okay, let's take out the obvious,
Yep.
which is the Grizzlies and the Warriors. I love both of them. Dame Lillard was hurt most of last year, and they've had some movement. And you've got Anthony Simons.
Love Anthony Simons.
So I'm going to say Blazers take a step forward this year, or back to where they were. I think Luka's probably the MVP. So I love Luka. I'm going to say the Mavs.
Mavs and Blazers. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
love
low
Anthony.
and low. Oh, another low key. Well, I guess not low key. Hawks
Hawks are a good one.
in
Yeah.
the East.
All three of those should be really fun to watch.
And I feel like the Magic have been waiting patiently, stocking up all these young guys, and I hope they can take a
This feels like a homer pick.
little bit of a homer.
Cole Anthony.
Yeah, but they're due, man. They're due. They've had a bunch of good picks in a row. Like I feel like they could be one.
Yeah,
They got to be
Magic
better.
could be. I mean, they're still probably the hard part about this year is if you're anywhere close to bad, teams are probably going to tank for the alien kid.
Yep.
So, and I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that's what LeBron called him, an alien. He said unicorns overplayed. Yeah, Victor Wembanyama.
He's 7'4" and he's crazy, like KD dribbling skills.
Yeah, can shoot everything.
Hey, the Houston Rockets have a 1 in $100,000 chance to win the finals this year.
Hey,
yeah,
Garrison Matthews, come on the podcast, Gary.
All right, we got the Jazz, the Spurs, the Thunder, the Magic, the Pacers, and the Rockets all at 100,000 to 1 odds.
Dang.
Yeah, all those teams probably don't want to watch. My team to watch, you guys kind of took Blazers. Obviously, the Mavs they're going to be on TV a lot with Luka. Easy to say the Nuggets because you got Jokic making the best passes.
I love Michael Porter Jr. He's going to be. He was hurt last year. He's going to be a breakout this year.
Yeah, if he can stay on the court, I mean, that's tough for him. It seems like. But
what do you got here, Dan? What did you just pop up in here?
Nothing special.
I like it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Blue moon, nice.
Go ahead, Mason.
I'm gonna, just for hometown's sake, I'm gonna say the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got Darius Garland running point. You got
Oklahoma.
Donovan Mitchell there now, and Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. I mean, they got a squad.
They're solid.
And a lot of young guys should be flying up and down the court. Everybody can, maybe not Jared Allen, but pretty much everybody can dribble. Everybody can shoot. So I think that would be a fun team.
Kevin Love anchoring it.
Kevin Love. Yeah.
That's fair.
It's gonna be a fun team.
I like that.
So, but yeah, I love the Blazers. Anytime Dame's on the court, especially in clutch time, so fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
if Luka's my favorite NBA player, I mean Curry and Thompson. I love Curry and Thompson. But if Luka's my favorite outside those two, then Dame would be second.
all right. And then my final one before a top 5 later in the show. Finals predictions.
I just put a future. I just put a future on the Grizzlies to win.
Okay.
So Grizz win.
1
to 2,200 odds. So pretty good payout, boys and girls.
All right. Who are they beating from the Eastern Conference?
Celtics.
We're keeping receipts here. Grizz over Celtics. Okay. Hayes, what are you thinking?
We're due a Warriors Brooklyn, and I think the Warriors win.
I think you can get pretty good odds on Brooklyn right now, probably. I
also have decided Kyrie's my favorite Duke player of all time.
Wonder why. I'm going with, I think it's Joel Embiid's year. 76ers over the Clippers. That's what I've got.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's the MVP? Who's the MVP?
Embiid.
You think of the season?
Of the season and the finals.
He's due.
Yeah.
He NBA rigged. He has a punchable face.
NBA rigged.
Troel Embiid, yeah, definitely a punchable face. He's a great Twitter troll.
Bobbles around, his head just kind of flops, his hair is just kind of noodling everywhere. Punchable face.
Well, I mean, right now it's not a great pick for me because they are the worst team in the league by standings right now. So,
well, that's fair.
So yeah, whatever. Let's see. All right. Before we get inside the box, I do have one thing that we did not come out on the show, and I'm glad we didn't because Dan wasn't here yet. We're still looking for a sponsor, people.
Yes.
And we need one like this next sponsorship partnership that we have here. I hope you didn't see this. I hope this is the first time that I'm showing you this. But this is a match made in heaven, and this is what we are looking for on the Still Drippin' Happy Hour.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Look at this. Ball State and Manscaped. This is a real partnership. Ball State and Manscaped are partners with it couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. So if you think
Still Drippin' Manscaped collab.
Still Drippin' leaves us open to some not so pretty collaborations. I mean, we could,
especially with our logo being circular like a nut.
Any men's help products are probably right down our alley.
Bro, what if you had? Oh man, look, here's product. Here's the vision. Circle logo, Manscaped machine.
I think we need like
we need the hymns like the male.
I'm an old man.
Some like depends,
right?
No, it's like I think
Still
it's
dripping.
Like
it's
I think
Viagra
it's
alternative.
Yeah, I think it's like Viagra.
Oh, okay.
The male.
Oh, then it could be hymns. SD Manscaped.
I'm sure those brands are really going to want cross-pollination in one graphic.
Oh, I'm sure they will. And they definitely want it shaped like a wiener. That's what they want.
For sure. I think Manscaped would be a great one.
All right, let's look into it.
No, thank you.
Manscaped, those of you listening in Scotland, Britain, Ireland, Germany, Russia, and America. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. Send us the DM and let's get this squared away before
Send us
next
the
week.
contract.
All right. Now
if we get a sponsor, I'll shave my beard with the Manscaped thing. I'll shave my whole body, all of it,
yikes.
eyebrows.
I think it's time to jump inside the box.
Look, I'm trying to work on.
Yeah, you're struggling over here. Look at you. You're growing your hair out.
Trying to work on growing my hair out. So we might need Manscaped.
I don't think that's what it's for, but moving on.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
What's inside the box?
This is from. Oh, we're having trouble. Hayes, here we go.
Oh, hey, let me say this too. We got a lot, so a little lighter on shoes this week, heavy on clothes this week, and other news things that we're gonna run through. But I just saw this, and obviously Dan's kind of. I'm North Carolina's #1 in basketball, and this is coming out, and this looks absolutely beautiful. And
but
go ahead.
I don't think Hayes is going to purchase this because he loves the Carolina Blue shoes, but he doesn't actually buy them to wear them. Is that true?
Bingo. And I would probably, and I'm less likely to buy this because it's a 5, and 5s look awful on me. I will be more likely to go back and buy the 4.
Fair enough.
This is beautiful. Like, look at this.
As soon as I saw those, I thought Hazel will love these, and he will not buy them.
Correct. You know me. Got it.
All right. Well,
pegged it.
We'll just go on. Some Duck Down.
Okay. Do you guys know who this is? Do you guys even know Duck Down?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so this is this week. Duck Down is a mid-90s Wu-Tang Clan light. From New York, like the East Coast. They were a rap label, and they have some songs that like I would still listen to today. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't thought of Duck Down in forever. Fun fact is one of their groups they had on their label was it was called Smith and Wesson. They actually got sued by Smith and Wesson because it was too close to the actual name, and they had to change their name to the Cocoa Brothers. So if you go, that's a fun fact off the top of my head. But anyway, I saw this. You guys, this is gonna sit. There's not gonna be many people that go after this, but I like it just because of nostalgia.
Hey, not in my slides, but do you think the Jordan 2 lows that are coming out next week? You think those are gonna sit? Or you like them?
I like them. I was gonna put that in the slide.
I love them.
What is it about them? Because I was trying to like put my finger on it.
What is it about?
I'm guessing you're only talking about the brown ones.
Yes.
Dude, those things are flames. Those are awesome. I saw first official images on that today, and I was like, I might need to buy these.
Sneaker King PJ Tucker wore them today in pregame. I don't know if he played in them, but
it just looks like it's like a perfect fall winter shoe. It's a low, so it's very wearable with jeans. It's not too bulky. 2s do have like a superior quality in relation to other Jordan models that Jordan makes. The leather interior, it goes very well. It looks really good, and
bad radio, but this is what we're talking about.
Yep.
I almost entered into the raffle on Rooted to get these.
They are absolutely beautiful.
So what do you think about the shelf life? The orange and mostly white ones.
Yuck.
No? We're still on. That's a normal 2.
Yeah.
Normal 2.
It's better than a lot of them, but not like the brown. The brown is the brown is the first 2 I've maybe ever seen that I thought, wow, I'm gonna get that.
So this will determine if I can get them, whether I keep them or not. To me, it looks like it's possible that this might be the best Jordan that could pass as a work shoe.
Oh, yeah.
A business shoe. So I think I
Yes.
could wear these, and if so, they will be sitting right next to the Cole Haans every day, and we'll just switch back and forth. I don't think anybody would know if I have pants on. I'm not sure they would know that these weren't
No, I
some kind of
agree.
Cole Haan dress shoes. There's a lot of Cole Haan dress shoes that don't look this good.
Agreed.
So,
But then there's
Agreed.
these guys, and then they just all come back down to earth. Right? What is this called?
the Titan.
Yeah, it would be called the. It would have the word. Never mind.
A little off topic, but in sneakers, both the app and sneakers related news, had the opportunity today to get the Halloween dunks that they
Nice.
did a shock drop, and it was one of those, get into the app, reload it, find the page, scribble on it, and then you have access. 30 seconds. I got the notification, uploaded it, scratched it off. 30 seconds, gone. Didn't even have a chance to buy them. I was
Dang.
like, since when did these get popular? I didn't even know these were coming out.
That's crazy. Hey, while we're on dunks, I know we're jumping around everywhere this podcast, but I just have. I don't know if this falls under my edition of things Hayes hates, but the Jordan 1 coming out next year, Jordan 1 high 85, black and white. Can we please not call these the pandas, people? That I don't feel like a Jordan should have a cheap nickname like that. Panda
I
dunks are
haven't seen
played
them.
out.
Showed them.
Are these are like a yin yang?
And no, it's like it honestly it looks like the Panda Dunks, which is why they're getting that name. But I've just seen people calling them pandas, and I don't feel like you should ever.
That's disrespectful.
Yes, exactly. I don't. It's just not appropriate.
I'm gonna find them. I'm on it.
Some would say cultural appropriation.
They did. I would say that that's true in this case. They culturally appropriated. They cannibalized themselves.
Mm.
Here we go. So this is from Kicks on Fire. So that is white, not correct.
Don't call that a panda.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking shoe, but you're gonna kill this shoe if you call it the Panda.
Yes,
It's
you
a
will.
leather upper, all leather upper.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's the typical high 85 cut. Everything looks really nice on it. It's I mean pretty much like the Georgetown one, and then you just replace it with black and white.
Mm.
My brightness was bad, but that might be a little better.
It's a dope
So-
shoe.
I've been seeing people call them the pandas, and they're just black and white.
That's bad.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, we're better than that, Jordan.
We're better than that. Yeah, I don't think Jordan came out with it. It's just the sneaker community has started to say that, and I've seen some pushback, heard some pushback on a couple other podcasts, but yeah, we stand in solidarity with those other podcasts saying don't call this a panda.
How about the newspaper? Call it the newspaper.
The newspaper ones. That's a way better name, actually. There's probably some cool story that they could write up about the newspaper ones. Hayes, you could write that up, right?
Oh, 100%.
I think it would be a good bit. So Riley and I, obviously, last week we drove to LSU and back 2 weekends ago. We were talking about the podcast a little bit, and we were talking about. I feel like Dan's got a great character in our podcast of just like popping in. He used to have a mic and like set up and everything, and we would make fun of him for his fan blade in the background. And then he just got tired of us making fun of him, so he just dropped the mic. He's like, "Look, you're gonna get me how I come, and no other way. Like, I'll put on a hat maybe sometimes, but this is just who Dan is. It's very authentic." I think Hayes's character could be like this is the only reason I think we should start the website back up is so Hayes could write some random origin stories on Jordans. Like, you know how people do the storytelling? I feel like you could write some incredible stories. If it was just like one lunch break a week, you just pick a shoe and write some random origin story, and we'll talk about it on the podcast. That might be something that we need.
That would be great. And then also just origin stories about Still Dripping. that are somewhat true, but also, it's like 1 degree of lies. Where like we're almost on the path of truth on this whole story, but then we just veer off by a degree or two.
Yeah, we've seen you do
I'm
it
up for
at
whatever.
plenty of
Me?
retreats that we've been on.
Me?
Just bending the history of our church youth group sometimes.
What?
I think the one I remember most was we had a birthday party for John Woodmont and he baptized 110
Oh yeah,
people.
I didn't. How else am I supposed to get people in the water?
It's more than sneakers, man. It's more than sneakers.
Hey, shout out to
Oh,
Lucy.
man.
Shout out to Lucy for being 9 months old and hopping in that water this Sunday. So
Hey,
Awesome.
big time Presbyterians here.
heck yeah,
Presbyterians. Is that how you say it?
presbyters. I think it's presbyters.
Presbers. Prezzies.
Presbos.
Presby's.
All right, where were we? I don't even know.
Well,
All right,
we're in
I
the
think we're on
box.
Hayes' slide still.
Yeah, they're trash. Again, lots of clothes this week.
Yep.
This was announced. This is a really cool collab. It's super expensive though. These jackets are like $800. The hoodies are like $200. But I think this is a cool minimalistic collab that these two have going on.
I'm not gonna vouch and say that I'm a huge art man, or that I know anything about street art or general art or Japanese art or American art, but anything that Cause does is kind of just cool. Like I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's cool. I like it. Like,
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Like
with you.
I'm not going to buy a $300 doll that has its brain half open and sits on my desk for 10 years, but still, like I'm kind of like, okay, I kind of see where you
But
can
if
get
it was-
high and you can start drawing, and then you can have colors in front of you, and then you can take another pill, and the next thing you know, you have Cause. It's kind of cool.
I got some cereal on top of my refrigerator in here. Two of them. I got the blueberry and
I
the
thought
Frank.
so.
Wow.
So I saw from Eric Whiteback, Eric whatever, the guy who does all sorts of just Supreme madness and just a huge Supreme collector. He's I don't know, 30, 35, lives in Miami, but he posted on his Instagram story the other day of the Cause cereal, and I thought that it was, who is it, General Mills? Whoever's making these cereals.
Sure. Yeah.
I thought that they were stealing Causes. I didn't realize it was a collaboration. So I thought General Mills had just been like, hey, what's hot in the streets? Cause. All right, we're putting these cross eyes on, Cookie Monster and these other people and throwing them on our box. And I was like, General Mills, y'all might be up to something here. Come to find out, real collab. So
It was legit.
Joke was on me.
And the cereal's good. It's one of my favorite cereals. How about that? Count
Free,
chocolate.
free shout out, but no free shout out.
Well,
This
here we
I
go,
just
Hayes.
found these two interesting pieces of information right here, and a little bit ironic. So Nike declares war on Democrats in Oregon. That's kind of interesting. And
This is from
I got
Fox
some questions. I know, but this is on Hypebeast. This was off of Hypebeast. And then so was the other one. Parlor. I don't.
Who started Parlor? Is that the Cuban thing?
No, I think is that Alex Jones? It's some crazy, really far right
he's
wing.
Pretty crazy. So,
But
He's,
Kanye deciding to buy that is extremely interesting. I don't know. Both these pieces of news just made me scratch my head a little bit.
that's fair.
Honestly, I've been seeing Kanye, I don't know, in the past 7 days, and every other day it's a new story on something he's done. And I have failed to click on any of the stories to actually read what he has done, but he feels like he's on a bender right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I can't figure out what it is that he's doing, but man, he's doing something.
Okay, so but I want this Phil Knight is important for. I don't think it's the next slide. I got them out of order, but it's important for
Do you need
another
me to
slide.
skip one? Okay. This one?
This one. Okay, so the multiple things with this. So Elena Deladonna debuts Mikey's most inclusive hoop shoe ever. TF does that even mean? Like,
Yeah, that I don't like that. It's cool. Like they gave her a shoe. Like not gave her that she earned a shoe. Like she's one of the top players in the WNBA. It's a cool shoe. It's not as better than some NBA players, but yeah, why does it have to be inclusive? Like what does
kind
it
of
keep your
stupid?
it keeps your foot in there.
But look at this. Deladonni, however you say that, tweeted
Deladon.
inspired by my battle with Lyme disease. This shoe represents the fight I bring both on and off the court through sharing my story. I hope to show other athletes what's possible. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Why? Why is that? I don't even know what Lyme disease is. I've heard
I
of
think
it.
it's the one that you get bit by a tick and you can't eat certain
That's
meat.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, no disrespect if you're listening to this podcast and you got Lyme disease, but I have a finger chopped off. Like the most inclusive shoe for people that had a table saw accident. The most inclusive shoe for
This
people
is why
that
we need origin
have
stories.
this just feels so pandering and stupid to me.
Also, for listeners who are out there who do not know who Eladon Del Don is, I also just found out. So, congratulations, we are in the same page. WNBA player.
But how do you even say, just to even say these words out loud?
She
The
has,
basketball shoe was designed to be more inclusive is the stupidest thing that they could have typed about marketing a shoe.
She also has ED, so maybe it's like ED and Lyme.
She has ED.
Her name.
Speaking of, hey, listen to hymns. We are ready for a sponsorship. Hit us up. I mean,
We're just gonna
We'll get
move
with-
on.
oh, anyway, but wait a second. But does that doesn't line up then with the previous Phil Knight, right?
Yeah,
Phil Knight
that's true.
That's what I was going with. Like, unless that is Phil Knight might be so disconnected from Nike at this point. I don't remember all, but I don't know. This just rubbed me the wrong way. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
This next slide is growing on me, and I haven't been doing as much hiking. And Mason, I know we dissected this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But the
Still
more
looks
I
like
see
grow
it,
up.
it's something about it. It's a boot. It's not a sneaker. It's a boot. Like I would totally hike in these bad boys.
I love brown shoes and I love the olive color, but I don't like this shoe at all.
I had a back and forth in my mind the other day about these shoes actually, and proceeded to go on to GOAT and to StockX to figure out what other NRG, situations Jordan has come up with. Becoming a father, humble brag, had sex twice. I just want things.
Congratulations on the sex.
I just want. I'm becoming more of a utilitarian man, so I want a shoe for all conditions. I still want to keep the sneakers, but I also want a shoe that I can wear during rain events and snow events and things of that nature. I wish that this had a colorway similar to the Jordan 2 low that we have previously discussed. If it had something like that, that would have been an easy. I mean, I'd be slapping these all over the place, on my feet, up my butt, everywhere.
He is on one today.
I was gonna say I haven't even done anything that would even potentially have to be.
I just can't help myself when I get on this thing for some reason.
It's all right.
I love it so much.
These I don't. They do. They kind of beef and broccoli, perfect naming
Oh,
convention,
sorry.
but they do kind of just like I would look like an idiot wearing those.
Not unless you're hiking. Like,
You're
think in
correct.
context.
Correct.
I don't
you-
go
do you feel like-
hiking enough
I
to
do. So
ever
listen,
get these.
See, I would
I
want to
feel
wear
like the
these in the rain
sole,
and the snow.
the sole is what's throwing the shoe off. If the
Mhm.
sole was a different color, not black, I think it'd be a different story. If it was more of a brown
Yeah.
or a dark green, or I think it's the black sole that's so clashy with the
Mm.
rest of it that it throws it off. But I don't know. These are growing on me from a
But
hiking standpoint. I'm not going to rock
even
them
the
to
all
work.
black, even the all black pair though is just aggressive because I just have a really hard time wearing all black shoes.
That's fair.
Yeah, the all black I thought I would like with the gum bottom. Yeah, the all black is very aggressive.
I mean, that is. I mean,
Aggressive.
that's the Steelers are getting handed theirs in a couple of months for curb stomping.
Oh my gosh, Dan.
I mean, didn't Mike Tomlin give
Wow.
them all black Air Force Ones at the beginning of the season?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Wow.
yeah. I saw that
All right,
TikTok or whatever.
let's go.
Yeah,
Is that all my slides?
When you were talking about, there's one more. I'll get to it in just a second. Dan, when you were talking about that, a 9 in that Jordan 2 colorway that we just saw, Jordan 9 feels like Jordan 9s and 10s feel like so slept on, and that they could have a comeback like the 2s are having this year.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's a very,
especially the 9s.
it's a niche market. There's
Yep.
not a lot of people who are like, oh, 9s are my thing. So I could
Yep.
see that happening.
It's an easy, simple design to do simple, dope stuff with this shoe.
Yep.
More
Yeah.
so than the 10 that's got just it's
Yeah.
going to be just one color pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the 9 is very slept on.
What are we?
Okay.
Before we move on, real quick, what are we anticipating for 2023 in terms of shoe? What's Jordan going to be pushing? What's Nike going to be?
pushing?
Are we going to keep going with 2 for one more year?
I think we'll go. I would love to see 3s collabed, but I feel like you don't need collabs on 3s.
I feel like we're going to 4s.
That's what I was thinking as
I feel
well.
like 4s.
We've
like
seen
they
a
tried
lot of
them out.
4s lately.
I think they've been trying them out, and I think they're going to go heavy on
Yeah.
4s in 23.
I think once you see that Ama Manier 4 drop, that hasn't come out yet, right?
Mm-mm.
I think after that, you're going to see, like the 2s from this year, a lot of people are going to, I think they're giving out a lot of collabs for the 4s next. I think Ama Manier, that's kind of how the 2s went, is you got that 2 drop, and then you had Union, and everybody else was on the 2s collabing with 2s. So I think you're right about 4s.
Also, though, is sneaker culture ever going to be? Are we ever going to get back to where we were 4 years ago, 5 years ago? Or is Joe Biden's America and Donald Trump's America, have they killed it?
In terms of like reselling, or what do you mean?
Reselling, in terms of just like general love of shoes, sneaker culture, lining up.
Well, 1 second. I think it's fair to say, politics aside, nobody had more disposable income than when Trump was in office in a while. And so I don't think that's up for debate, and I'm not making this political. The last 2 years have changed that. And so you've had to be more selective with your dollars because of choices that were made that are outside you or me. And that's just true.
But I just
a
feel like
lot
even,
less disposable income.
A lot less disposable income. So shoes are at the bottom of the list.
I want shoes to come back. And maybe it's a personal problem. Maybe
I
it's
want no. Here's what you want. You want money to come back. You want that's what you're saying. Like I want.
No, I get
want
what you're saying. Though.
2020 money to come back.
Are we ever gonna have? Will there ever be a year that we have 5 good new models again? All we need, like 5 good new models. I don't think we'll never have a year like that again. Is it just everybody's so obsessed with 90s and 90s sneakers, Jordans, Air Maxes? Can we make something that looks good now that's new? Or is it just all played out? We have to just combine other shoes together and that's what a new shoe looks like? I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
I feel like the 87, the Element 87, I think we were close there. And for some reason, then Nike just flubbed it up. And I don't know if they made 10 trillion pairs or if they just shoved it in people's faces too soon or what the problem was. But
they were, I mean, yeah,
that was
those
like
were
a dope
hot.
new shoe that was like really, really cool for 6 months. And then it just like, I haven't ever seen another Element 87
It
drop.
was like, yeah, exactly. They did that with the Roshi, which like changed the sneaker game. Like everybody had Roshis. Then you had the 87s, and about that same time, or maybe before the 87s, was they came out with that Air Max 270, which I did not ever like that shoe. But man, if you have a time capsule of 2018 sneakers, you have to put it in there because everybody had one on.
Mm-hmm.
And after those three, I don't know if we've had. I mean, the only original shoe that I can think of is Drake's shoe, and that wasn't a good one.
It was almost like Vapor Maxes 2 rode away for just a second, but like generally speaking, people would prefer to pay for a $70 270 than they would for a full price $200 Vapor Max.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Vapor Max either. Well,
Yeah,
I
they're
thought
not. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
Interesting. We'll have to have like a whole podcast dedicated to
the future of sneakers.
The future of sneakers. Yep.
Now, just to be clear, sponsors, this is not that we think our podcast is in jeopardy. We can get on here every week for the next 20 years and talk about stuff. So please still bring your sponsorship offers because we can sign those deals and bring
Hey, this is
each
just
and every week.
Sneakers podcast.
Exactly.
We can talk about politics. We can talk about church. We can talk about you name it.
The housing market.
Mm-hmm.
We got some guests lined up. I reached out to a couple people. We're gonna get some more fresh blood on the podcast.
Good.
We do need some fresh blood.
Good.
Yep. So, anyways, I think that about rounds it out.
Oh,
us.
no. Go back to this last slide.
Okay.
And we don't have to hit on it long because we're over time. This was how does this collab happen? How does this happen? Gucci and Palace, like a B list. Let's be real. I mean, do you own any Palace anything ever? Have you?
That might
I'm not
be
the
a
person
C
to
or a
ask.
D list.
How does
I feel
Gucci?
like if you're in the what do they call them in the shires of London? This thing you can't stop thinking about this. You're dreaming about it. You're saving up for it. You just want it. If you are in America, I don't even know if you know what this is.
Is Palace? Is it a Britain thing?
I think it's a skate shop that's based out of like Europe.
Okay,
But
that would make more sense.
Could be making all that up.
How does Gucci get to this point? I mean, I can understand.
Dan, you could give us an origin story, right?
Ooh, okay. Brooke and I, the other night, we were not big movie lovers. My wife, again, 5.5 years. I'm gonna brag, but we decided to sit down and
Twice
watch
you had sex.
Confirmed. 2 children are present. We watched House of Gucci. Actually, very high quality movie, very good acting. I watched the entire thing, and then at the end, found out that Lady Gaga was the main character. Great job, Lady Gaga.
If you're gonna spoil this, I have not watched the whole thing. So.
No, I'm not gonna watch it, and so
it was there's very little sex, which was appreciated. The language was not too bad, which was appreciated, and it was just like a good general origin story of Gucci. I don't know if any of it was factual. I did not do any back checking or fact checking on the Google, but recommend.
Okay.
Won't watch it, but thanks for the update.
Anytime.
All right. You got anything else, Hayes?
I got nothing, man. This was good.
Right. Do we want to do a top 5?
Sure.
Top
Okay.
5. Yes, general restaurants, not fast food, but chain restaurants that you can find in your local town. Top 5. And I mean, this can range anywhere from Fazoli's to Cheddar's to Olive Garden to Outback to Red Lobster.
Are we going to draft? Let's draft it then.
Okay.
You sound like you've thought about it, so you can have the first pick.
I've just been telling you, top 1, tier 1, first pick, 1-1, Olive Garden. Easy.
Okay.
Mason, you can go next.
You want me to go next? I know this might get a lot of hate, but you can get 2 for $1 Margs. They got a molten lava cake to die for.
And you're going to be sitting on the toilet peeing out your butthole.
Hit
for 4
me
hours.
with some chilies, baby.
Wow. Wow.
I know that's I probably could have gotten that in the last round of my top 5, but
All
I'm
right.
taking it. Number 2.
Are we snake drafting? So I get 2 picks here?
Go
Yes.
for it.
All right. Carrabba's and Cracker Barrel.
Carrabba's is a
Ooh,
great one.
Next.
Oh, Cracker Barrel. What a miss. What a miss on. Oh, man.
Chili's. He's going to pee out his butthole. He's going to go and see Grandpa Frank.
You know what? You know what? I like to have a theme for my teams, so I'm going to keep with the trend, and I'm picking Waffle House, baby.
Heck
Get my
yeah, That's
breakfast.
fair.
Hey, where are you guys going at 2 in the morning? You ain't going to Waffle House with me, sucker.
I got 2 picks now. I'm gonna do Cheddar's. They're buffalo.
pick.
They're buffalo chicken wrappers. They're chicken pot pie. They're French fries. Chicken tenders. And then third pick, I'm gonna go with Logan's. You need just like go in, get a roll, get as many rolls as you want, peanuts, and get a mediocre steak, but it's still a steak.
Okay. So I've got my breakfast place. Logan's was a good pick. Hometown pick for Nashville. But I think I'm going Logan's adjacent. I'm going Texas Roadhouse. I think it's a step up from Logan's. They have them in Knoxville everywhere, and that's where we went in college. So bit of a nostalgia, but going Texas Roadhouse.
I'm going to go Panda Express and Jersey Mike's.
Ooh.
Good pick with Jersey Mike's. Back to me again.
Does Jersey Mike's count? That it feels a little fast foody.
It's not.
Panda's
cutting
pretty
out?
fast
Who's cutting
foody,
out?
isn't it?
That's true.
I'm getting cut.
Oh no.
It's because your picks sucked.
My picks were dope. I'm sitting on Carrabba's, Cracker Barrel, Panda, and Jersey Mike's. Man, I'm the Warriors right now.
I'm liking my squad right now. I've got my breakfast, lunch, and dinner already cleared. All right, for my next pick, gosh, I'm struggling now. So we got Jersey Mike's is off the board. This is a good lunch brunch. Wait, what do we feel about Panera?
Yeah.
Is that
counts.
okay? Hey, that
Yes.
counts. All right,
Yes.
I'm going Panera then.
Is that rounded out for you?
No, I've got one more. Hayes and I have one more. These are your last 2, Dan.
Okay. I'm gonna say P.F. Chang's.
Oh, that was a good one.
I think P.F. Chang's is a slapper. Add a little bit of Chinese flair into your life. And then, I mean, football Sunday, you're going to need to be sitting down. Red Robin.
Okay.
Red Robin for a burger and unlimited French fries.
All right, that's solid.
Okay, if we're going chain restaurant for my last pick,
Carapaz was such a good pick.
It was.
love
That was a
Carapaz.
really good pick.
Mm.
There's a pretty big one out there that we've not said.
I got one that's we haven't said that I can't wait to say it. It's going to round out mine. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be the bookend to the.
So I've got one that I think might get struck down because they're not in a ton of places. Oh, you know what? Nope. I'm nixing that one. I'm going with Haley and I's probably maybe our favorite date night place. Not the most fancy place, but Cheesecake Factory.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. That was exactly the one that I thought we were laying out on the table.
Yep. That should have been my number one pick. And Chili's probably should have been knocked off the board.
Then I'm going Chewy's, and that's it.
Ooh,
I thought about Chewy's.
Man, see,
good one. The other one that I was thinking of was Yard House. Have you ever been to Yard House? It's like a brewery type vibe, sports bar. Like a have you ever been to a BJ's?
Nope.
Oh man. All right. Well, hey, you know what? When we get some live viewers on here, we're obviously live on YouTube, but we're private, so nobody can watch us while we're doing it. In case Dan says something egregious and we actually have to edit, but
I haven't even said anything.
eventually, I think we can do polls or have people comment and say who won the draft live. So
yeah,
we need to do that.
Yeah.
Sponsors, look at the upgrades that we're making.
Look at our engagement.
Sheesh.
Look here,
Look at our
sponsors.
average number of.
We could do
listeners.
that if you guys would just give us like, what do we need, Hayes? What is it? $40 a month?
Not much.
Get our
that's
that's $10 an episode, man.
Yep.
Okay.
We could put your logo right here where this little duck is, man.
Forever.
And
do logos all over the whole
listen to how
page.
great we talk about these things that we love,
Mhm.
and listen to how much we dog. We'll dog your competitors left and right.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
we'll write you a
digging their
song.
grave.
We'll write you a song.
Hayes will make the
Oh,
beat. It'll be all
it
custom
will
work.
be-
Mhm.
Yep.
Hayes, don't you have a brother-in-law that could sponsor us for his haunted house or something?
Yeah, but it's not on topic. It's like
You've already wrote one song for him. We could do another.
I think there's a commercial out there on socials somewhere.
All right. Anyways,
that.
let's wrap this thing up. Thank you for listening to the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. Remember to subscribe and rate 5 stars on Apple, iTunes, wherever you get this podcast. On Spotify, you can you can rate on Spotify. I don't think you can review. Maybe you can review it now on Spotify.
Yeah, do it if you
Amazon,
do it anyway.
Give us 5 stars. Everywhere, give us 5 stars. Keep
Mhm.
downloading. We're still holding steady. We need a guest to come on and bump our views up because I guess we're getting a little stale. Well, no, I guess not because we're staying steady. We just need a new influx.
We need some juice.
We need some juice. That's a good way to put it.
We need some go-go happiness.
All right. Well,
Garrison
Dan,
Matthews, come and sponsor us and
Yep.
come on the podcast.
Dan, we haven't had you do this for a while, so can you tell everybody how to boost our numbers?
Yes. See, no wonder we haven't been getting anywhere. All right, everybody. You know the drill. We're going to need a like. We're going to need to subscribe. We're going to need to unsubscribe, resubscribe, download, re-download, undownload, listen, then comment, subscribe, interaction, fan post, grandma, grandfather, aunt, uncle, dead cousin, brother, sister, mother, son, and then subscribe and unsubscribe and re-listen.
Mm-hmm. Click the bell at the top of the corner.
Mm-hmm. Click bells. Click your bells. Click your mom's bells. Do it all. Make sure you're just doing everything that you can to make this podcast succeed.
That's great.
Beautiful.
Preach.
All right. Well, with that, Hayes, what did you learn today?
I learned consistency is key. Sometimes you just got to take the right step and go forward, whether you want to do it or not. Just move forward.
I'm not sure. On top of that, I'm not sure that I've ever done something 86 weeks in a row, except for like
Anything.
shower and breathe.
86 episodes.
Yeah,
That's incredible. I think I've been here for like 30 of them.
maybe more than that.
It's going to be more than
Maybe-
that.
Maybe half, but still, the dedication that both of you show is
Yeah, it's 90% Mason.
And I tell you what, it's a lunch break for me, and then showing up on here. So
still impressive.
hey, we'll take it. It's a form of therapy, I think.
I agree.
So
I probably need to be getting on more often then.
You should.
hey, everybody needs a good therapy session.
Hey, also, if anyone has a T-Mobile cellular device and randomly on Tuesday nights between the hours of 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. just doesn't receive text messages, please let me know, because that's been happening to me for the past 2 weeks while trying to get on the pod. And the next morning I wake up to texts that have arrived at my phone at 4 a.m. With
Screw you,
screenshots. With screenshots backing up my phone's inability to receive text between these hours. So if anyone at T-Mobile would like to sponsor this podcast, we will promote the heck out of you. But
Until then, you suck and you die.
Do you think?
Yes.
Do you think we have a rival from somebody might be shutting your phone service off?
Ooh.
That they don't want us to succeed.
It might be my crack addict neighbor over across the street.
Do they have a sneakers podcast too?
I don't. I've never. I've lived here for a year and a half, and I've never been able to talk to him.
Do they have a sneaker podcast too? Because it's
Just
so
curious.
competitive. We're Coke and they're Pepsi.
I know, man.
Oh, we're Burger King and they're McDonald's.
What a scarcity mindset that comment was. Golly. All right. Hayes, Dan, you guys wrapping us out this week?
I don't feel it, but you're gonna play a beat and I'm gonna then jump in, and that's how it goes.
All right.
Right, Dan, you feeling
You
it?
want me to surprise you? Give you a little
Always roulette.
preview, roulette. All right.
I'm a
I don't
little
remember which
worried,
one we
but-
did last week, but
I'm concerned for
hit them with
my-
1, 2, 3. Thank you guys for listening. Hayes is about to wrap you out.
We love you.
Yep. Flip, flop, applesauce, pop, jack, microphone, sideways. I'm getting at your byways. I'm growing some sideburns. I'm shaving it. I'm shaving all my face for a sponsorship. Manscape my balls off. Dan. I'm popping hymns. I'm popping hers. I'm popping bears. I'm popping squirrels. Hand it to me, and then I shave it. Shave it, shave it, shave it, shave it. Bathe it. Washing it in some applesauce. Flapjack, sidewinder, crisscross, taking it back, jack. Dan, you feel good?
My hand is over the mute button.
Abby on a tractor rolling through the hills of Egypt. She looking at me and smoking pills like a freak whip. She's beautiful. She's wonderful. She looks like LeBron. LeBron got them chunky legs and legs and all around. He's looking like he's got 3 legs on the ground. Oh, what?
See you next week.